Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today is September 1st and we're going to be talking about new month, new mentality. So in one of my previous videos I talked about how you're not a victim to your life. You're not a victim of your circumstances. And when you tell your brain constantly, okay, I'm a victim, then you're going to be a victim. Because you're telling your brain one thing and your brain is gonna change the way that you act to fit whatever you tell it. But that works both ways. So that's basically what this video is about. And yeah. So whenever it's a new month, I like to think of it as like a fresh start. Not that you need some type of occasion to start over, start fresh. You can start over whenever you want. You don't have to wait for New Year's to be like, okay, I want to be this whole brand new person, or I want to wait till the first of the month or whatever. It just happens to be the first of the month, but you really can change or try something different whenever you feel like it. Don't feel like you're confined to a certain time period or you have to start or whatever. Also, sorry if the lighting changes a lot. Like, this is in front of my window, so the sun is like going in and out. So anyways, as I was saying, so when it's a new month, the first thing that I like to do is set my goals for the month. These goals are not something that you want to be super large. You want them to be, I feel like, 3 measurable goals. Not, okay, I want to become an athletic person. You want something specific. 3 things that are, okay, during this month, I'm going to focus on this, this, and this. So for me, my 3 goals are going to be really, really prioritize my workouts, because there was a period when I was super consistent with my workouts, and I just thought of myself as somebody who works out. I'm somebody who works out, so as someone who works out, I have to exercise daily. I have to exercise daily. I have to, eat well. I'm somebody who works out. That's part of my identity, right? But then I got sick and that started to slip, and I need to get back on. I need to get back on my Zoom. So workouts for me, school already started. School started. This is the most important year for colleges, junior year. And the thing is, here's a little piece of advice. Okay, you don't need to figure everything out. You don't need to know you don't need to know what you want to do. You don't need to know how you're gonna get there yet, especially like as a junior. But what you do need to do is make sure that you keep your options open. How do you do that? Make sure that you really prioritize getting good grades, okay? That's really the reality. There's so many things that you can do, like job-wise, if you want to have a job, that don't require like super good grades, right? But if you don't know what you want to do yet, and you don't know that you have a foolproof method, keep your doors open. Don't minimize your opportunities by slacking off, because you might be like, oh, I'm not going to need good grades for this job that I'm trying to do. And then when you get there, that job doesn't work out, and that was your only opportunity because you shut off all these other doors. Anyways, that's all I'm saying. Prioritize school, guys. You might not find it to be like the most important thing. Just do it. Okay, just do it. Trust me, just do it. Anyway, for school, getting good grades, getting everything in on time. And then for my last one, this one's a little bit more of like a personal one. It's kind of hard for me to explain, but I want to kind of be a little bit more social. I feel like I can be a really social person, but I can also be like a super introvert. And I just want to like get out of my comfort zone a little bit, because it's really easy to isolate yourself and then feel like you're making so much progress because you don't have any triggers. But when you go back out into the real world and then you have to interact with people, and then you're like, okay, wait, I'm not as far as I thought I was, you know? So I just want to get out of my comfort zone a little bit, talk to more people, invite more people over, go out more, do more social activities. I guess allow myself to enjoy people, have fun with people, and relax a little bit. It's never ever that deep. That's my saying. It's never ever that deep. Like, you can be thinking up a whole storm. Okay, they're gonna think they're doing this or whatever, and nobody's ever thinking anything about you. Like, yeah. So that's that. So my 3 goals. So okay, set your goals is the first thing, right? Workouts, school, and social life. Okay. Then you want to narrow down those goals to 3 things that are measurable, that are specific. For workouts, I have like a little tracker, and whenever I complete a workout, I just click it, and it's like a streak thing. Keep a consistent streak. That's gonna be a little bit hard, but that's my goal. When you pick your goal, you pick something that is doable for a long period. You want to at least start off with a month. It doesn't take that many days to form a habit, so make sure that it's something that you can consistently stick to. So my thing is gonna be 3 days on, 1 day off for my workouts. Yeah, remember, consistency is better than intensity. You don't have to be David Goggins, okay? You get my point. Is you don't have to, it's not all or nothing. It's about being steady. So yeah, school, I don't want to have any missing assignments. I don't want to see that red missing thing on Canvas or anything. Like, no missing assignments. Perfect attendance for my assignments. They all need to be in there, because I know that's something that has nothing to do with your ability to understand something or understand the work. That's just discipline. That's just turning in your stuff and doing it. And then my last one was social. Social can be a little bit hard to measure unless you have like a type of schedule, I guess. But I feel like that can be a little bit unnatural. So the way that I would measure social is making sure that I'm inviting a certain amount of people over a week, or making sure that I'm planning things, like planning little outings. Like, it's September, it's not October yet, but like there's still like that nice fall stuff that, you know, like pumpkin patches, and like the leaves are actually already turning, which is kind of crazy, but it's turning to fall. So like the nice fall activities that are fun to do with your friends, you know, just making sure that I'm the one that's initiating the hangouts, like being intentional about wanting to hang out with people and meeting more people, and not being shy, because there's no reason to be shy. Just putting a lot less pressure. Just do it because you want to do it. The next main thing after you make your 3 goals is you want to, here's an important thing. A reason why a lot of people fall off of their goals really quickly is because they don't view themselves as someone who would do that. What do I mean? If you view yourself as somebody who's really out of shape, okay? Even if you are out of shape, if you tell yourself constantly that you're out of shape and lazy, and then now you're telling yourself, okay, I'm gonna work out and blah blah blah, those two are kind of contradictory. You're telling yourself that you're someone that doesn't work out, but now you're saying, okay, I'm gonna work out. So when those two don't align, your identity and your actions, it doesn't work. It crumbles because it's not in one, okay? So you need to change your identity. Okay, I'm somebody who works out, period. Regardless of if you work out or if you have worked out consistently in the past or not, starting today, I'm somebody who works out. You don't want to tell your brain anything that would contradict your actions. You don't want to tell your brain, I'm kind of lazy and fat and like I eat really bad. No, forget about the past. That's the past. Starting today, I'm somebody who works out. I'm somebody who's healthy. I'm somebody who's becoming very athletic. Okay? So when you keep telling yourself that, that becomes your new identity, and it makes it a lot easier to stick to your goals because it's just who you are. Another thing I'd say is to make sure that you have your goals written down. Your goals deserve to be put on some type of paper, put on your phone even. Just they deserve to be recorded so that you can keep yourself accountable and you can look at them every day and be like, okay, this is what I have to do. This is what I have to do. This is what I have to do. And it reminds your brain, okay, this is the plan. Always stick to the plan, not your feelings. A lot of the time you're not going to feel like, who wants to after a long day go and run? Oh heck, nobody's trying to go and run. Nobody feels like going and working out. I mean, if you do, more power to you. But most people don't. And that's okay. You don't have to feel like it. You don't have to feel like something to do it. You don't have to feel like, oh, I'm so energized, I'm ready. Like, no, you could be really, really tired and still do it because you told yourself you're going to do it and because you wrote it down. Just stick to the plan. It's not going to be easy all the time. And that's okay. It doesn't have to be easy all the time because you're stronger. You're stronger than that nagging feeling that's telling you you can't do it. You can do it, okay? Maybe you don't want to do it, but you can do it. You can do it. So yeah, and then how seriously you take this goal is how seriously you're taking yourself, quite frankly. You're telling yourself, this is something that I want for myself, right? But then if you go and you fall off or you give up really quickly, oh, you're telling yourself, I'm not really worth putting all this effort for. Like, I don't really feel like doing it. You're not really worth it for me. That's what you're telling yourself. So you need to make sure that when you're telling yourself, I want to do this, that you listen. I want to be fit. Okay, cool. Let's work on it. We can work on it together because you need to be a team. You can't be, nothing is ever going to work if you're fighting yourself. That's like a really important thing to remember. Try and maintain a balance. You need to try and always be in sync. If there's things that are contradictory in your brain, if there are things that are opposite, if you're not on the same page within yourself, it's not gonna work. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. It's really, really easy to get distracted nowadays, especially with everything like social media, other people, even like ideas. It's really, really, really easy to get distracted. So you need to focus on the goal. You don't have to focus. So here's the thing. You don't have to focus on avoiding distractions. You don't have to be like, okay, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to stay away from that or whatever. You can, but you don't have to focus on the distractions. Okay, focusing on avoiding distractions is still putting a lot of attention on the distraction itself. So you need to focus on what you should be doing, not what you shouldn't be doing, if that makes sense. Instead of being like, okay, I'm gonna avoid being on my phone all the time. Instead of that, you could be like, okay, I'm gonna focus on spending most of my time doing this. You could be like, I'm somebody that wants to be healthy and who eats really well. So instead of saying, okay, I'm gonna cut out all of these foods, I'm gonna cut out all sugar, all gluten, all dairy, and like being super extreme, you could use that same extremeness on the opposite spectrum. So you could be like, I'm gonna eat so many vegetables, I'm gonna eat so many lean meats, I'm gonna care about where my food is coming from, I'm gonna make sure that I'm prioritizing implementing good foods into my diet instead of focusing on all the junk and stuff that you shouldn't be eating. You need to put your attention on what you should be doing. At least that helps me to stay disciplined when I'm focusing on the goal. I'm focusing on the plan, not what I shouldn't be doing. I'm focusing on what I should be doing and giving my time and energy towards that, okay? So, yes. Anyways, be excited for the new month. I'm always excited for a new month. I'm always excited for a fresh start, to level up, I'm just always excited to try and put my goals into reality, put my thoughts and my wants into the physical world. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask for help from whoever, whether that be God, whether that be your family or your friends, whoever you need to. Don't be afraid to ask for help. It can be fun to do goals together. It can be fun to have other people hold you accountable. It can be fun to reward yourself also. Like if you have a prize for if you stick with what you said you were going to till the end of the month, it can also make it a little bit easier. So yeah, just have fun with it. It should be like a relief almost. Like, okay, I have this whole blank canvas. I can do whatever I want with my time. Am I going to choose to waste it, or am I going to choose to use this opportunity? Choose to use it, okay? Choose to use it, trust me. But besides that, it's a new month, but you don't have to change your whole self. You don't have to think of yourself as a constant work in progress. You're evolving. You don't have to be fixed, okay? You're growing. You're blossoming. You're not something that's broken that needs to be super glued together or whatever. You can mold yourself however you want to be, okay? Have faith. Always have faith. It's never ever that deep. Remember, you can do whatever you want, but don't ever let anybody tell you what you can or cannot do. The only person who can tell you what you can or cannot do is yourself. So yeah, do whatever you want. Listen to yourself. Have fun. It's a new month. It's a fresh start. Don't waste your opportunity. And I wish you guys the absolute best, most incredible, most productive, most fun September ever. Okay? Yeah. This is a little bit of like a yap session. It's a shorter video because there's not like a cajillion steps. It's really simple. Make your goals, shift your identity to someone who matches those goals, and watch how much smoother things go. And stay consistent. Nothing's gonna work if you're not consistent. Remember, you can do something if you really don't feel like working out super like you usually do. Go for a walk, go for a short run, do something, okay? It's about showing up, not being like the most crazy athletic or whatever. Like, just show up. Day after day, show up, and even like the small improvements are still improvements, okay? And celebrate your wins. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video, and I wish you guys the best of luck.